Usually when we think Packers, it's all about Aaron Rodgers, but they've got a running game going now. What's Aaron Jones brought to that offense?
Well, you can see, as watch a little film, he's dynamic, he's fast, he's what you expect out of an NFL running back. You give him some space, give him some blocking, he has the ability to get through it. He runs hard, breaks some tackles. You know, he does what the NFL running backs are supposed to do.
What is the most challenging aspect of Aaron Rodgers? Is it the quick game stuff to keep you from subbing? Is it the mental game? Is it the arm talent? What is it that when you watch him is the biggest challenge?
Anytime you keep an eye on the good quarterbacks and you study them, you watch them over the period of years, it's a combination of things. It's not one thing that makes a guy really good. It's a combination of that and then having the right people around him to receive the ball. So it's important that, you understand who you're going against, the things that he does well, and at the same time that he's going to make some plays, and you have to try to minimize those plays. But they call him an NFL quarterback, and he's pretty good because of the things that he does, and he's been able to do it for a long period of time.
He can also extend plays, and I know it's not unlike the guy that you go against in practice every day. But what's kind of the point of emphasis on making sure that the defense doesn't let up after that first look?
Well, I don't think anybody tries to let up. I mean, Aaron is good. I think all the teams that he plays against and he extends plays, everybody works on it. Everybody understands what they're going to do, but you never know when it's going to happen. And at the same time, it's part of their DNA. It's something that they do really well. And a lot of teams that you play, something that they do really well, everybody has that. And he's been able to find ways to extend plays, get out of the pocket. So part of the game plan is always being able to handle that part of his game. But again, that's only one part of his game.
You guys have given up about 7 yards a carry the last 2 games. How big of a concern is that, and what have you seen as the problem?
Well, it's certainly concerning anytime you give up that many yards a carry, but at the same time, we play some really pretty good offenses. Those guys with the Chargers and, again, with the Rams, you're talking about 2 really good quarterbacks with 2 really good runners, and they've been really good runners for a while. So you have to certainly you can't make mistakes. You have to tackle really well. You have to be really disciplined in your gaps. And you combine it. They just don't run the ball. They pass the ball as well. So it's a combination. You just don't get 7 yards a carry just by just running the ball. You mix it up well. And that's just part of what the good teams do. They're able to have a good running game which makes their passing game better.
David Bakhtiari seems to have become maybe even the top left tackle in the league the way he's been playing. What challenge does he present to you guys and the type of athlete he's become at left tackle for them?
Oh, just big, strong, just like the big guys are. Moves really well, dominant, and he has a way of taking over the game on his side of the ball. So we have to certainly keep an eye on where he is, what type of plays they like to run to him, and you just have to try to neutralize him.
I think the first game that Shaq Griffin played in the NFL was against Aaron Rodgers. I know that you weren't here last year, but he says his confidence is significantly better. How have you seen that come along just this year?
Well, it's amazing what a difference a year makes. Amazing a difference, just experience, working with good people, study, making plays, just being out on the field, going against different receivers, seeing different looks. It's just a matter of playing ball, getting a lot of reps. That's just, you can't take that away from any young player wanting to get better. They have to play because you get better with plays, you get better with situations, get better with using different technique and things like that. And I think that Shaq has certainly benefited from being able to guy that he can play every single down.
It's such a short week. How do you, short amount of time to implement the game plan? What steps then do you take against such a team with Aaron Rodgers not receiving the way they're playing? What do you do? You've got less time to implement the game plan.
Right.
So what steps do you take now?
Well, you just change the week. Mondays become Wednesdays and Tuesdays become Thursdays. So everything just moves up. But at the same time, you still get the same amount of time. You still get the same amount of meeting time, and the game plan still goes in. It's just a shorter week. And this isn't the first time this happened. We've had a lot of experience over the last few years on how to find a good way to be comfortable with getting the work in, getting the workload in for the players, giving them enough rest time to be able to recover, to play at a high level and energetic on Thursday.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.